Hello and welcome back to KPC Live. We're proud to present our featured flagship $1 million cash game today. And we'll be joined by Wiktor, Yi, Aaron, Hai, ST, Tan Xuan, and Elton. The blinds will be 1,000, 2,000, and the players are playing extremely deep. We're playing 500 big blinds. To start, there will be straddles, of course. And we're playing the Squid game as well. The bounty is $3,000. These players are all very accomplished. Throughout the broadcast, I will be mentioning a couple of their many accomplishments. But first, let's pick it up. See a couple limps, and Elton kicks it up with ace-7 of diamonds. And Yi, right off the bat, the Jays, 3-bet, 100 dimes. Action back to Elton, in position. Flicks in a pink chip. Each one of those is worth 100,000. Also of note, the first hand is worth 2 squids. Range advantage for Yi. I expect something rather small. Probably in the quarter pot region, 50,000. Keep up the story that he has a good hand. He does choose 50k. Let's see how Elton proceeds. Not much working for him, except the backdoor. He is going to keep Elton a little honest here, forcing him to continue to bet and bink. Elton bangs off the turn ace, and not a card Yi wants to see. A decent chunk of the floats for Elton will contain that ace high. Taps the table. And this is a card that Elton, even though he does hit it, unsure how many streets of value he can extract if he bets here and then bets the river. Unlikely to get 2 streets, but chooses to bet here nonetheless. Probably thinking about checking back the river. And he will be bluffing here with some hands, maybe like pocket 4s. Maybe some Jack 10 suited that he chose to float flop with. Forcing Yi to decide how often that is the case. Good fold, Yi. The first hand goes to Elton. Take it down. Elton, of course, the winner of the 100k short deck not long ago at the Triton Super High Roller 2025. That's a game that these players are very accustomed to. I'm sure we'll have some live streams of some short deck action here at KPC. So you see the 2 squids in front of Elton. They all seem to like love to pick on each other when one either wins a pot or loses a pot. And you see Elton choosing the limp with the king-queen suited. They do mix it up quite well pre-flop. They want to be in there limping, raising as well. Because of the squid, you want to be in there with some traps. And not really much of anything here. Except Elton does have the gutty. High with a gutty himself. To the 8. And he bangs it off. High with the straight. Let's see how he proceeds. Pot's still quite small. Chooses to bet 100% pot. I like that. Certainly could get action from hands like 8-10, 9-10, Queen Jack. As you see Elton continue with King Queen, drawing to the nuts. 10 on the river would be action. And somehow she finds it. Thank you, MJ. Finds the 10 of diamonds, and of course the flush fills, but once checked to, Elton certainly has to feel like his hand is best. Not the card High wanted to see. And Elton bets pretty large here. 2x the pot. Trying to catch his opponent with a queen. But unfortunately, High has a little bit worse than that. High's certainly concerned with the queen. Also concerned with the flush. Not a fun spot. And makes the good fold. Yeah, he had it, High. He had it. Good fold. Feels good. Win 2 in a row. Win the short deck tournament. Hit straights on the river. Life's good for Elton. Elton now with 3 squids, so the penalty goes up. Penalties do go up at 3, 5, and 7 squids respectively. Ten Xuan here.
我昨天提议就是打4个小时，如果有一个人从头到底没有罚过鱼，其他玩家每人给他几万块钱作为那个。
Big open 33K, trying to get a squid.
肯定会有人不同意的，所以这个对不可能那个。
说那个如果没就是
就全部都抢了，如果一个人最后没有罚鱼。
And Yi with a mystery hand. These are always fun. They make me work a little harder.
所以有些人是直接没有好处的。
比如呢？
我为什么要比如嘛
？9-9 deuce, a board that does interact with this Jack 10 suited. Not wrapping around that 9 of clubs. But this is the kind of board that's somewhat jump ball, where both players tend to fight a little extra hard. It's kind of like a game of chicken. Do you have the 9? No. Do you? Maybe. And Yi. Not particularly interested in releasing. raises it up pretty small, up to 65k. So this range represents hands like 7s, 6s, as well as a 9. He'll also have bluffs like Queen Jack, Queen 10. But it is a range that doesn't only represent 9x for value. And now, Xuan with a decision. Probably doesn't want to just always call with this hand. Folding feels annoying given the nature of the size of the raise. And he's reaching. Pink chip. Flop. 3-bet. And the game of chicken continues. Click, click, click. 165. And this is the part where both players are suspicious of each other. These players, certainly with a lot of history. The pop balloons up to 400k. 6 of diamonds, now bringing in the backdoor flush draw. Yee's range certainly includes some hands like 6s. Xuan taps the table. And the door is open. Probably want to bet something small with a decent chunk of your range here. A lot of Xuan's bet 3-bet range will just be give ups after checking the turn, but he checks it back. King of spades. Does that activate Xuan's? Nope. Did not activate the ability to fire the river. And now, again, doors open if Yi decides to want to take this away. Don't think you need to bet large if you're targeting a bunch of Xuan's just give ups. I'll defer to Yi. He's reaching. Looks like a quick fold. MJ didn't even have a chance to count out the bet. Take it down, Yi, and look at this 4-3 of spades in the streets. Excuse me? I'm over here naming real hands like Queen 10 suited, pocket 5s, pocket 6s. No, he has the 4-3 of spades. Okay, that's how we're coming today, huh? That's how we're doing it. I think it's gonna be a fun night. I think it's gonna be fun. If this is the type of game we're gonna see at the million game here. It's gonna be a good one. 4-3 of spades. Bet. 3-bet he calls? Okay. It's above my pay grade. Nonetheless, we continue. Wiktor limitless limps. Aaron limps as well from the cutoff, and now ST Small blind. Pocket fours. Does he want to activate? Try to get some folds and earn himself a squid. Xuan, not so fast. It's gonna make him earn it. He's gonna come along here.
2000有余，今天1000、2000、3000有余，他没打，他那天是顶墙打的。他们没跟你说啊？上头又要调整一下，
要不我先走了，
跟那天又不一样，我就跟你说。
Elton's in there as well.
差挺多的。
It's gonna be a battle of 3 pocket pairs. Don't see that every day. Okay. Ace, 9, deuce. I think the original raiser probably wants to start with a bet. This is a board that generally is going to favor ST, as well as his hand does need some protection. He's actually going to find a way to get called by worse. Don't think Xuan is going to fold just yet. Has the 3 of clubs, so clean 3 would come on the turn if that was the case. Betting a call in front of you is quite awkward for red 8s, but Elton might want to hurt somebody.
对，我觉得要想一下啊，这个他不会报，对，要想一下，这个做一下调整，因为有的时候你想，
怕影响，想了。
Yeah, I can't really blame him.
会，
And ST found a way to get called by worse and get the better hand to fold. Queen of spades now. ST taps the table. Door is open for Xuan. Thinks he has enough showdown. Checks. Another queen. Queen of clubs, though. Does ST feel like his hand is not strong enough to check? Player's getting some tea delivered. Not bad. ST still thinking about it. Does his hand have enough to take to showdown? Looks like he wants to try to take this away, maybe from a hand like pocket 8s, how Elton had. Maybe a weak ace. He's gonna do it. A little bit of everything. Even a time bank goes in. 152. And Xuan in agony. He kind of feels like his opponent's up to something, but his hand is just so weak. He does beat some things. However, some of those things might have bet the turn. And he does make the good fold. ST was bluffing with the best hand.
没有，他说价值打得好，那次应该没你大，应该没你大。2K 啊，股这么大。
Very nice.
精准打击。
You get the button. You get a squid.
精准打击。这个牌真的是读得好，读得妙。
So I mentioned earlier how the squid penalties increase. And you see that the squid penalty begins with 3K a pop. However, if you get 3 squids, it doubles. If you get 5 squids, it doubles again. If you get 7 squids, it doubles once more. So you're looking at 3K, 6K, 12K, 24K.
你这5跟一下，
直播不能骂人。到底啥牌？你那么惊讶干嘛了？
So it's important to get yourself a squid. You don't want to be out there left in the cold, paying all this money. High with pocket jacks. Kicks it up to 20K. Aaron. It's gonna give him some action. Ace, Queen, 7. Not the board Jax wants to see. However, a board that certainly favors high. And for that reason, he's going to continue. Aaron's certainly going nowhere. I'm going to take a little peek at the turn. King of Clubs. Interesting card. Not exactly what Jax wants to see. However, does have the Jack of Clubs. And this board does favor the initial aggressor. So there is a chance that you turn Jax into a bluff. It would be a great play. And he is doing it. I love this bet. Very nice. And look at the face on Aaron. Look at the eyebrow raise. Like, yep, he got me. He turned the pair into a bluff. Hello. How do you feel about that? Eyebrows are still raised. Yes, get him. I like that. That was very good. You don't really see that often. The turning pairs into bluff game. But these are your winnings so far. ST up 138. Elton 126. 10 Xuan off to a rough start early, but the night is young. Here at KPC Live, $1 million cash game. Players are getting out there, man. They're spicy. They're bluffing. They're mixing it up. They're putting on a show. Jax again. It's going to run into a buzzsaw here from Wiktor. 3-bet, big, 90K. Decision here. I hope nobody got hurt. I think a plate fell. Decision here. You can certainly 4-bet. You can certainly call. High goes for a 4-bet. Do you think you could do this as well? Mix a little bit of both, and Wiktor certainly going nowhere. The question is, does he want to slam it in for 900K? Probably not all the time. Just call. And a big pot here. 520,000. High Young with Jax. Wiktor. Ace King. And this board really not Hai Young's favorite. He doesn't really have the 5-4 suited, 5-6, 7-6. Wiktor has it sometimes. At least certainly more than Hai Young. So Hai Young wants to bet his hand, try to clean up the king, queen, ace, queen equity. But ace, king, ace of spade, that's not going anywhere. Certainly going to see one more beat all of Hai Young's bluffs. Ace, jack, king, jack, ace, 4. Little too much hand for Wiktor. Turn card, please, MJ. 700 now. Brick. Some backdoors do continue that got there. Ace, queen of diamonds. Ace, 4 of diamonds. Those type of hands do pick up equity. Now the question is, can Hai Young get value on the turn? It's pretty close. I think here, if you bet and get ripped on, it's really annoying. I do think I can lean both ways. Check, check. So far, I think both players are playing this pretty well. Now I think Hai Young, if faced with a normal bet, lands at the river with one of his better hands. And I'm a little surprised to see Wiktor reaching for chips. Hasn't reached yet, but looked like he was loading up. And he is. Most players would take this hand to showdown, but he is choosing to bet, and it's quite small. $184 into 7. And I would have to assume this is a bet for value. I do think maybe he thinks he gets called by ace queen sometimes. Maybe he's trying to push off a chop. It is certainly one of the thinner value bets. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is a value bet. I do think he thinks his opponent has either ace king himself or would make a light call with ace queen. And Hai Young, of course, is going to make the call. It's going to get shown the good news. Over $1 million. Our first $1 million pot goes to Hai Young with jacks again. You know, every time I go on YouTube and see these vloggers, they're all struggling, complaining about the jacks. Just got to talk to my man Hai Young. He'll teach you a thing or two. Watch KPC Live. You'll learn how to play some jacks. Very nice hand, Hai Young, of course.
I think he can afford this hand. Yeah. If you ace queen,
you see them talking about sort of what kind of hands was he expected to have there. It was quite interesting. But our first $1 million pot, courtesy of Limitless and Hai Young goes to Hai Young.
河牌又掉个8，我就跟你
我
说。
好不容易他妈6、9跑进去，杂毛搞进去搞一下，你妈的被搞出来，
你搞进去就发财了，你老乡又被你带走了。老乡
真的是上头啊！
老乡肯定被你带走了。
M69。
Can't play。
10 Xuan, Queen 10 offsuit.
你说人家
Still in search
69啊，你们真的上头。
of a squid. Wiktor also in search.
Wiktor。
Aaron's in there.
他那个服务员怎么来这么慢啊？
King, king, king. Certainly a board that's going to favor 10 Xuan. So the original raiser's going to have hands like 10s, 9s, 8s. All's going to want to bet. He's also going to have a king sometimes, of course. His opponent's mostly void of hands like 10s plus. Wiktor's gonna get out the way, and Aaron with a queen certainly still beats some hands. 10 Xuan could very easily have Jack 10 offsuit instead of Queen 10 offsuit. Backdoor flush draw. Just in case 10 Xuan was betting something like ace high, has some equity against that. I would assume 10 Xuan mostly continues betting, but maybe he wants to take the showdown of Queen High. He does. And this is kind of an annoying card for both players. 10 Xuan concern Aaron is mostly check calling ace high. Aaron concerned that 10 Xuan has ace high, and for that reason, we check it. Chop it up, boys. Yep. And that means that neither player will earn themselves a squid, which means the next hand will contain 2 squids in the middle. Makes things a little bit extra enticing for our contestants to get after it. Elton getting after that broccoli.
我这个我真的相信。
哪条件跟他
看到你
从班前到
我告诉你，看到他
到 river，
差的
我跟你说
不行，真
我还
的。
不跟他赌。
对，感觉这个可以加啊，这个
我就在想这个
真可以加。
不，我肯定不是想我靠不靠嘛，靠不靠嘛。我想他要不这个牌
Real hand. ST.
勾勾眼还
区别。
有我就说，肯定有嘛。
Taking a scan of how the players
加到自己里面去。
are formatted with their squids.
自己外溜自己。
会不会打一枪把圈圈拿走了？
He's gonna kick it up.
在那面多了嘛，我看你这个。
加油！
你跳不要了？不要。这个 race 太大了。
No action so far. Aaron with no squid folded so far to him. There is a straddle, as you see in front of High. Aaron with really the bottom, but really pushing for a squid as well. He's in. Heads up.
这么勉强？
Good board for ST. Not much Aaron could do about this. Take it. It's another squid for ST. You see he has 3. That means you pay that man 6K if you don't have a squid at the end. Still early. Sort of see the players feeling each other out. Tension still a little high early in the game.
啊，测一下那个做卫生的服务员，这很别扭啊，心里膈应的慌。
10. Looking for a squid. Limp. Wiktor also looking for a squid. He's in there too.
All
right, we're going 5-way limp. And that's what happens in these Squid Games. Players are incentivized to get in there with some real trashy stuff. Elton bangs off the 7. Have to assume he bets here. Probably something pretty big. Looks like pot. Wiktor ace high, but still has the couple players behind him. Aaron now does have the gutter. Flicks it in. Maybe every now and then King High's good as well. Beats hands like King, Queen 9, Queen Jack. And unfortunately for Aaron, he rivers a king. Might cost you. Grabs more than the pot. He gets called. 50,000 into 30 overbet. Call from Aaron, and that's a nice one for Elton. You see he's up to 4 squids.
对呀，这么大鸡，看人家没鱼，啊？
你不付啊？啊？你有鱼吗？
付啊！
那你付，人家都付了，你
他妈去
喝茶掉钱，
而且欠着嘛。
那天，炮台也垮了。
You see the Squid Game concluded. Our dealer MJ doing some quick accounting. Everybody's getting paid out. Dealers here do a fantastic job keeping the game moving as swiftly as possible with so many things going on. You have the time banks. You have the Squid Game going. Gotta do math, multiplication.
Yeah.
And she's gonna take a quick break. She earned it. She earned that break. Can't blame her. You see the winnings. High up 584,000 courtesy of those 2 pocket jacks. Elton up 252, and Wiktor so far struggling off the gate, down 600, followed by Xuan down 341. However, like I mentioned earlier, the night is super young here in our $1 million cash game. And of course, we will be coming to you with many more cash games here at KPC Live. We welcome our dealer Sky into the box. You see a couple of limps over to Aaron on the button. It's gonna look like a steal. Kicks it up to 22.
Yeah.
ST with a hand that can defend. Clicks call with the ace-8 suited. And Elton, after limping, grabs a pink and is gonna hit him with the limp 3-bet. Hold that. Elton making the read that possibly Aaron was getting a little out of line, but Aaron with a hand that can defend. ST probably going to get out the way, be out of position against these 2 players in a limp 3-bet pot. And we're going to go heads up. Elton has been winning every hand so far. And this was going to be harder. Aaron flopping the nut flush draw plus position. Elton left with dust. Probably wants to bet. I mean, your hand is so bad. He's reaching. $293 in the middle, bets 135. See if Aaron just sends it. See the bottom left, the clock is ticking. He sends it. And that's gonna do it for this hand. Xuan wants to take a peek. Look at yeah, he was just kidding, man. He was just kidding. He was mixing it up. It was a heat check, you know? You all ever do that out there? A little heat check. You're winning every hand. You gotta, you know, see if you can keep it going. Get a little out of line. And then you get smacked in the hand, and that's it. You get back in line a little bit. You gotta play the rush. You know what it is. You see Aaron gets 2 squids, courtesy of winning that first one. Get a little head start. Young gets a little head start with these pocket 10s. ST now. This is a spot where, oh, a little bit surprised. I think ST generally plays that spot. Well-timed fold, though, as King Queen suited wakes up behind. Looks like he clicked call and walked away.
你这是帮他，你帮他搓澡搓。
And Aaron comes in with the limp 3-bet himself now. So he faced the limp 3-bet and now he comes with one. He's gonna run into some real smoke. Pocket 10 certainly going nowhere. I think you mostly click the call button, play some poker in position. And now 10 Xuan a little bit uncomfortable, right? You're out of position and the guy limp 3-bet, the original razor called. But you have a good hand. I think you also call and play some poker. 10 Xuan agrees. Here we go. Elton's going to get out of there. We're going to go 3-way. And once again, they're going to make us work. What does Aaron have? I don't know. Elton limp 3-bet king 3 offsuit. Oh, well, that would be a good one. Does Aaron also limp 3-bet king 3 offsuit? Maybe. Starts out with something small. This board certainly does favor Aaron. He's going to have the ace kings. Aces, of course. He could also, if he has a hand like queens, get value from worse. You see Hai Young has pocket 10s. He's certainly not going anywhere with the 10 of clubs in his hand as well. Oh, wow. Great fold. Got me. You fooled the man that can see the cards. That's always a good job. Hai Young basically playing perfectly right now. 10 Xuan clicks the call, of course. A little bit too much hand. 3 is pretty bricky. Don't think either player in the limp 3-bet pot has too much of this. Aaron barreling again. Looks like he's reaching, counting what size he wants to bet. $550 in the middle. Aaron bets roughly half pot, setting up a pretty smooth all-in on the river for roughly 2/3 if he chooses to do that and gets a quick call. Deuce. This board has ran out very clean for 10 Xuan, but also pretty clean if you have value for Aaron. Ten Xuan checks. Snap shove. Immediate all in from Aaron. 10 Xuan, count please. Let us know what it is, Sky. And if you're 10 Xuan here, I mean, this is a pretty good hand. I mean, you don't have this good of a hand, generally speaking, when you call the open pre-flop from high, then face the limp 3-bet, and then you call again, and then you get the king 3 deuce 3 deuce board. This is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. I mean, every now and then you're gonna have ace 3 or quads, but besides that, I mean, this is a pretty good one. You don't have a club in your hand. This is okay. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to how often Does Xuan believe that Aaron is bluffing? The snap shove on the river, also probably something Xuan is thinking about. You see him throw in all the time chips. A couple glances over at Aaron, trying to pick up something. Another glance. And this is kind of gross. Long tank. Justifiably so. I mean, this pot would be the biggest pot of the night. At the end of the day, you can look it up, you can ask your friends, you can X, Y, and Z, go to whatever poker university you want. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, does Aaron bluff you here or not? He limp 3-bet. He bet the flop into both of you. And then bet. All in. He already has a squid, so it's not that. Xuan releases down. Aaron. Oh, shows the ace-10 offsuit. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Oh no. Oh, we fold the top of our range and get shown bubbles. Oh, come on, it hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Oh man, I feel for Xuan right now. Makes the hero fold. Oh man, and now he has 3 squids too, so you gotta pay double. And he's smiling and laughing. Oh man, what an absolute monster play. Limp 3-bet, bet, shove. He didn't even have it. He was repping ace king, aces. Didn't have it. Aaron Zang, winner of the biggest tournament ever. The 1 million buy-in 2019 Triton High Roller for 13.7 million. It's pretty nice. I guess that's how you win those. You just gotta do some bluffing. Meanwhile, Wiktor, limitless, 6s, kicks it up, and Xuan is spicy. He's not folding 6 deuce suited. Listen, I wouldn't fold 6 deuce suited either. Not gonna bluff me anymore. Oh no. Oh no.
我昨天又把牌阴差阳错的夸张了。
Ten Xuan is gonna. Oh my god. He's gonna feel it after this.
我是第2个位置，我 AA 平扣，后面有4条鱼，有没鱼？
Wiktor with a set
扔了一圈，
checks.
打起来。flop 发了一个圈，小2个红桃，
Wiktor was the original opener.
正上到了一个6圈366，3
ST checks, and there's no way
到了一个
那只
牌，
花了一点。
对，他
Ten Xuan
对，谁
does not fire in a bullet
结
here.
果 river 他没打，我打他一个 value bet，他居然只跟，
自我歪溜了一下，
是我 value 了一下。
有点年轻啊，这歪溜，缺不缺
And he has no reason to think he's not winning.
因为他加我快40，他们要加
不
我
打就
63K. I would presume
1对10是吧？
the price is going up. Almost certainly could get called by all 10x's. Your opponent just got
我感觉你肯定跟我
super bluffed.
点脸上的 K，
He's not folding.
你没读他相给你给他说哈了。
我读他
对，
找对啊
我。觉得
Wiktor agrees.
正常扣住没有这个习惯的话，我正常扣
3
住
B，
的话，
他正常3 B，
他
你这
这3
个牌
B 我正好就扣到底了。
你输很少牌，
对呀，我肯定扣到底了嘛，就输个 K 嘛。
Kicks it up.
你一下
你很多 A
对
叉，
153.
这挡掉，千 K 是挡掉最多组合的牌。
And in the mood Ten Xuan is in, I mean, I don't see a world where this money doesn't go in.
挡掉太多组合了，基本上都挡掉。
比
You have to think you're coolering kings, coolering aces, and the money goes in. Bang, bang.
翻后了，
Oh no. This is just a nightmare unfolding for Ten Xuan. Pot 2.2 million. Almost certainly heading to seat 1 limitless. And there it is. And this is how quickly no limit hold'em can turn against you. And if you're limitless, this is how quickly it could turn for you. Very nice hand. Limitless 2.2 million as he coolers Ten Xuan off the back of that bluff from Aaron. And that's gonna sting a little bit. That's gonna sting a little bit. 2.2 million. But you know, these players are used to these stakes. I mean,
蝴蝶效应，
they have played these pot sizes before. You do see Ten Xuan taking it in stride as best as he can. Of course, it stings. But
36你3
nonetheless, there wasn't much he can do. He does cooler queens, kings, jacks. Unfortunately, somehow, some way, Limitless had a set right after the hand with Aaron. And you see Elton and 10 kind of, you know, saying like, damn, that sucked. I agree. That was not fun. Certainly fun for Limitless, but not fun if you're on the other side of it. And a silence hits the table for a quick moment.
调整了，调整了。
没路走了，没路走了。
你这个叫什么？
我也否给你的。
说的句啥？
觉得有人啊，
中文
Wiktor,
啥？我又想
of course,
这个
very well-renowned online cash game player. Has his own tournament success, of course, but we all know it's the cash game streets that he's known for. Yi 5-4 suited wants to get after it from the small blind.
稳一点，稳一点，稳一点，稳住，稳住。今天这个
Pardon me, the big blind.
太巧了啊！
Take it down.
不是这个蝴蝶效应，就像你说的， 如果这牌 call 了，搞不好你6他2了。
哎，这个牌你怎么不好拖嘛？确实不好拖嘛。
不要讲这些，不要聊这些，好吧？
不是，
这种情况下他妈的
聊这些真的是。
别抢钱了，
黑圈嘛。
不是，我跟你说，那天我就是有一把嘛，T 哥没抓，
我要大他还这样搞的，就这个因素很重要。
他没抓那把，他转手他 A， 他圈可以买花。
我也是因为这个因素，番茄我不敢加他，我死。
你那天有没有看？
而你这个位置还想动手，我又怕我加他，你比
K3那
对吧？比我的牌力更强，我也很尴尬。
Straddle.
正常打的话，他这个牌肯定打不掉我们。这个因素太重要了，我都一直在想这个因素。
Let's kick up the stakes. Get some people unstuck. Ace 10 off. Button. Gonna kick it up to 16,000. Aaron's gonna join the festivities. Young, of course, in there. And Elton's trying to gamble a little bit. He's trying to get a squid. 4 ways to the flop, 65K. King, Queen, 4. Board certainly favors Wiktor. Action checking to him. Taking a quick action. Immediately reaching. Bet. Young, not a believer. Knows that there's enough hands like this in Wiktor's range. He's going to take a peek at the turn. 100K in the middle. Turn card, please. 9 of spades. Wiktor working with that 10 of hearts. Maybe may consider betting, may consider checking. I think both options are on the table. Chooses the aggressive option. And I think that's going to do it. 6 is really not much going for it here. However, you see that suspicious glare. You know he don't got it. He don't got it. But you can't do it. There's nothing you can do. I feel you, I feel you. There's nothing you can do. You have 6s. Just got to give it to the guy, you know? Nice play. From seat 1, Limitless. Gets a squid. Quick shuffle here from Sky. Man, I'm still thinking about those back-to-back hands. That's brutal. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there. You see Aaron now up 700,000. Wiktor 538. Young 443. And you saw the blood at the bottom. It's alright. Night is young. But like I was saying, we've all been there. Get bluffed. Then all of a sudden, we pick up a huge hand and get coolered. And then we start taking some shots. Start texting our ex. I miss you. Oh, man. Don't judge me. You know you've been there. Wiktor, 9-8 suited, 20,000. And a well-timed 3-bet here from Young, 76. I don't think Wiktor's going to go anywhere with a hand like this in position. Jack 10 suited for Young. Both players working with clubs, also working on that sort of middle board. And look at this. Both players touch. Young touches significantly. Wiktor with bottom pair open-ended. Certainly a board that action can ensue. Looks like a big bet inbound from high. 124. Chunky. Wiktor certainly going nowhere. Pot ballooning to 403,000 now. And that is a card that Young certainly did not wish to see. Probably going to try to take this to showdown, beat some hands like some flush draws, hands like what Wiktor has, some 10-9, some Jack-9. I don't think either player puts in a bet here, as Wiktor also wants to take his hand to showdown, beating hands like aces, kings, ace-jack, but can't really get 2 streets of value. Off to a river. 3 of diamonds. Young can consider betting something tiny, but no, just quick check. He's going to be happy to take this down. 403,000 going to Young. I don't think he's lost a pot. He's played very well. Those jacks earlier. Now the Jack 10 suited on the tricky board. Nice hand. Gets a squid as well. You see 2 squids in front of Limitless, 2 squids in front of Yi, 3 squids in front of Aaron, as well as the button. Remember, the squids double on the odd numbers. So first squid, 3K. Third squid, 6K. Fifth squid, 12K. Seventh squid, 24,000. Xuan getting after it. 8-7 suited. Wiktor's gonna put up a fight. Heads up. Great board for Wiktor. And Aaron with not much of anything. He's gonna fire a bet, trying to hope his opponent has a hand similar to his that just releases. Unfortunately, this half pot bet's gonna face some resistance. Off to a turn. And this might cost him. Picks up a pair. Now he's beating hands like 6s, 7s, some ace highs. Taps the table. Certainly have to presume something like 2/3 pot going into the middle. And I don't think Xuan could just fold right now. Half pot. Beat hands like ace 10 of hearts. Beat hands like king 10. I mean, just gotta pay this here. And sometimes nights just go like this, where he didn't have to hit the 8 to force him to pay, but unfortunately he does. Pot 243 now. And Wiktor, how much is it going to cost? Assume it's going to be probably something significant in the range of 200K. Looks like more. Sky says it's 240. %100 pot. And can Xuan make a good fold? It's tough. It's tough. You feel like you can't lose another one. And he is going to pay it off. Pot goes to Wiktor. 723,000. King, queen. And you got a feel for Xuan. You sort of... We've all been there. Like, how can we lose another pot? Right? He has to be bluffing. Sometimes you feel like you're getting run over. You can't blame Xuan. I've made plenty of calls like that. And so have you. Three squids for limitless.
ST 也不教我们。
哎，自己抓自己，自己抓自己。
我也不懂，你也不教我呢，我怎么？
Straddle. Sometimes when the players don't have a squid, they fire up the straddle real quick to get last action. And I love that for them.
还有一条鱼加注的，我。
Aaron.
还有假动作的。
He's in. And the action limps to the straddle ace-5 offsuit. It would look like a steal. But he does have an ace. Nah. Let him live. Five-way limp pot. Jack, 3, deuce. So battle of two wheel cards, as well as ST does have some wraparound ability here. He has a overcard to the board, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, and he does activate courtesy of that equity. 13K. Elton's in. And now Yi also has some things going. Maybe he wants to kick it up. My man. Here we go. $60K, quite large. Generally representing something decent, at least something like Queen Jack, King Jack, or better. ST has not folded. And he picks it up. 200 now. ST. And these players really don't need much to make things escalate. Take it down, ST. All right. You love to see it. There are no nits in this $1 million game here at KPC Live. No nits.